with Africa. We see the flies around them and whatnot. You see their skeleton. That's the images that are coming out of the Gaza Strip.
Daily. Every thought that comes into a person's brain doesn't have to be articulated. I just think like sometimes there is I would just go on mute.
Yeah, that's not a thought. That's just horrible to me. That's just horrible shit. Like, that's just horrible shit. You know, like I said, it's just horrible. So
what is the... Wait, Robert, what is... I know you didn't say good idea. I was going on mute. I know you're not playing with me, sir.
Respectfully, Dr. A.G., there is no...
Excuse me, sir?
No protecting the Holocaust.
What are you talking about? You use words and ways that clearly demonstrate you do not know what they mean. For me to say, stop interrupting. For me to say, have respect and think about your ideas before you articulate them because you don't know how people are impacted by them. It's not me protecting anything, ass lick. It's about having sensitivity when you are talking about issues and things that are happening in the world where people may be personally and directly impacted. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not protecting anyone. And all of this virtue signaling and outrage that people have on the app, what are you doing in your real life about it? Right? How are you activated in your real life to make a change? That's what I want to know. And that's what my point was going to. Because there are people who sit in these rooms who are actually doing stuff. That's what I'm talking about. And all y'all social media activists and outrage artists, full of shit. So don't play with me. I'm not protecting anyone.
Yeah, Robert, what did DJ Khaled have to say? Where's DJ Khaled?
Getting out the man. Oh, yeah.
I think we all vote with our dollar every day. That's the first step.
I saw Khaled, not to cut you off. Khaled is on the beach looking like a whale. Y'all saw that recent picture with him? He's sitting on the beach, right? And you should see, like, he looks like a whale sitting on the beach. Somewhere far in the background is beautiful, just sitting there. Just like, that's where I saw him at last, recently. That came from oddly. So that's the sighting that I had. But that shit bothered me. And I'm part of me, like, for talking about, sometimes I don't know what's going to come out my mouth. But that shit right there, just like, that bothered me, man. It did. It just bothered me.
He's on
a whole bunch of problems.
Why does it bother me?
Not Khalid. Not that Khalid did. Well, I'm talking about the images of the starving child. It was an image of a starving child. Like, the bones.
Okay.
Like, shit we
understand.
All right, so anyway, and then to his question, I mean, to Point's question, that's where I saw Khalid. Yeah, he was on the beach and he was spread out, literally, stomach. He put on back. If that's a recent picture, his stomach is like, that shit look crazy. It's huge.
So he didn't look
it's like
hungry.
A bunch of pillows.
He didn't look hungry at all.
Looked like he eating on lead food. He looked like he eating on lead food. And I'm not even, wait till y'all see the picture.
What are we talking about?
Wait till y'all see the picture. No, because, I'll let Point, discuss it. But just put it this way. He looks like he's just really overeating and living in just pure, like, just gluttony. That's what it looks like.
I thought you're focusing on the wrong thing, though.
Yeah, what's going on?
The purpose of bringing up DJ Khaled is because he's one of the biggest Palestinians.
Thank you. I thought we all knew that, though. I didn't know we were doing remedial. I didn't think I needed to say that, but I guess some people didn't know that. But thank you for saying that. I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
He doesn't have a voice on his people, is what we're saying. He never has a voice on his people with all the fame that he has. And come to think of it, our artists today, yo, what's up with y'all? Like, all this shit going on in the club.
Listen, Walter Cronkite.
No, hold on, but think about it seriously. Because we listen, we politically correct. Walk with me here. I make a lot of sense if you just listen, right? So this room, this is my home politically correct, right? Really super sharp on people. Like, you guys impress me over and over again with various skill sets you have. So all I'm saying is this. When I think about, like, just historically growing up in the 70s and the 60s, artists always came out like when there was trying times, the Marvin Gaye songs and Stevie, like nobody, all of these artists, and nobody could come up with a powerful song just to bring some relief to people, inspire people, try to bring people together. No fucking body? That's crazy.
I did one.
I like.
Yo, Rob.
I did one.
Yo, Rob, can you hear me?
No.
Yeah.
I'm outside. My fault, brother. But yeah, listen, bro. I'm Gen Z. I just want to say, brother, this generation, or not even this generation. I just think society as a whole.
We need y'all, man.
Yeah. Nah, but listen, where we at currently, timeline, man, it's that shit back there. Like, this is like, I often, whenever I would read on history or educate myself about history, and I used to just sit back and think, like, man, how did humanity allow this atrocity to happen? How did humanity really just sit back and watch a certain group of people get treated a certain way? And I reflect on what is going on right now in Palestine. It's something that I understand, that I've come to, to the conclusion that most individuals and most people are very passive and are very self-interested. And as we all should be. We should all be interested in preserving ourselves and our livelihoods and everything. But we just live in a very selfish timeline that people don't want to put their pockets at risk, whether it's DJ Khaled, as you said, and his stance on what's going on and his own personal success, or as far as, let's just say NBA players and that moment when they decided that they were going to boycott the NBA during the 2020 police brutality situations. And all it took was a phone call from Barack Obama to tell them, hey, I don't think you guys should boycott the NBA. Let's really sit back and think about it. There's better ways to do this. So I just think that in terms of change, where we are in society and humanity, not a lot is going to happen as we're seeing. Like, we all know what's going on in Palestine is wrong. We all know that there's people in our government that should be held accountable for what they're allowing to happen. But a lot of people in society don't have the backbone and the spine to do what's right. And, that's just what it is at this. Well, that's where I'm coming to, because I've protested. Listen, in my personal life, I've even told an Israeli woman that came to my institution as a spokesperson to try to, educate my peers on what's going on in the Middle East right now, or what we call the Middle East. And I had to tell her off. Like, listen, I don't know if you people are uneducated, but this is the most informative generation that has ever walked this planet. It doesn't take much to Google and understand, what happened truly in 1948 and where this all took, what needed to take place for all of this to happen.
Yeah.
And she was confused. So, to answer your question, man, rappers, celebrities, they're not going to do anything about it, because we're just in the timeline where people are worried about their pockets, and being selfish is cool. Being selfish is doing the right thing. And that's just my personal opinion.
Thank you so much for that, Fuck 12. I only really, get serious when I'm talking to Gen Z and others, right? Because they're the future. So, yeah, keep hope alive. A lot of hypocrites are coming out of the woodwork now. The joke was made about DJ Khaled, but where's Rihanna? She has children. So eventually in a month, she'll come out and say, oh, it's so awful what's happening to children. And some of us know that it's all hypocritical, because the industry, pays them and they dance a tune. They dance for their master, the Zionists. We know this. So keep hope alive and keep your spirit going. You're the future and you're the light. Shout out to you.
Why are we acting like we give a fuck what DJ Khaled says about anything?
Fuck all these mainstream establishment artists.
Y'all still ain't bring me into the light. I don't even know what we're talking about. Why was DJ even mentioned? What happened with it?
He's a supporter of Palestine and the whole occupation.
No, his heritage is from Palestine. Yeah, right.
Dave Chappelle.
I thought you were talking about
It's too many talking. That's why I couldn't understand the first time.
Yeah, let me go ahead.
I'll shoot
You know,
for
all
it
the
again.
information is
People have asked him to, have a voice.
You can go one night.
So he had a on the beach and talked about it. Is that the problem?
No,
there's a recent picture. The beach. Okay, guys, there's a recent picture. You probably will see it on your timeline of DJ Khaled. And when you look at the picture, can't wait for you guys to see it. You'll see a very large.
Okay,
you see
we
pick
get
up
it.
a lot of weight.
Robert, wait a minute. Don't interrupt him. I need to understand.
Somebody ask the question. I'm answering.
Robert, you gotta back it up. Dave Chappelle woke it up first by making this.
No. Why is that?
No, this is good stuff. Y'all gotta listen. This is good stuff. Listen, guys.
Dave Chappelle said it first. He's like, you know what? And this is Dave Chappelle that hasn't said nothing in a minute. Came out of the woodwork, made a tweet, said, hey, where's DJ Khaled in all this? You're looking at Gods and Starving. This guy's, he's been awfully quiet for being Palestinian, especially when he looks, and he's fat as hell. He's the only fat Palestinian on earth. I'll pull up the direct quote, but that's what he.
So let me just say this: the whole him looking like whatever on the beach it has nothing to do with the conversation. The point is, Dave Chappelle brought up the fact that he's the biggest Palestinian celebrity right now. Why is he not saying something? That's what it means.
Yeah, he said
for
he's
me,
the only fat Palestinian.
Right.
I know. I get
That's
that
why.
part, but I think when you're saying that, I think that part of the context is making it confusing for the room.
It shouldn't be. It's not confusing. It's not confusing.
Oh my God. It's confusing when you cut me off. Hold on, Robert. Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. The point of it is we can talk about, people should speak up, but when people aren't making large amounts of money, I think it's fair to hold them responsible, which is interesting because I have never heard anyone from the Palestinian community holding DJ Khaled responsible. So it was interesting that Dave Chappelle did.
What is it that he should be held responsible for?
No, Palestinians have criticized him. They have criticized.
Hold on, Robert. Can you let somebody else go? Womack, go ahead, because you was gonna ask my question.
Yeah, what is it that he's responsible for? He's in DJ that grew in Miami, went to New York, and has been in the hip hop industry for 20 plus fucking years. What is he supposed to be responsible for? We've never taken advice from DJ Khaled on fun. We've never taken his financial advice. We've never taken his sports takes. Most people don't even take his musical taste seriously, right? Because people criticize if he's actually a fucking producer or not. And half of the people don't even give a fuck for his DJing skills. So as a character who has really good friends in the industry and has made a career for himself based off of his relationships and not really the music he makes or the records he spins, why the fuck do we care now? And why do you think he should step out of pocket, out of his lane that he's been in for 20 plus years? He's never spoke on any political issues. So what makes you think he should now?
I'm gonna go because I let Womack take my turn. And just to add to that, I'll broaden it out a little bit. Where does it come from, this expectation that because people have money, right, or that because people have wealth, or that they have celebrity, that they are obligated to act in ways that other people determine are righteous or humanist or whatever? Like, where does that expectation come from?
So,
just to add to Womack's question.
If I may, excuse me, please. Before October 7th.
Somebody else was going to go, actually.
Oh, the truth. I'm going to bring the truth.
Who was it that came off of the mic?
Brian.
So,
you want to fight?
hold on.
Genocide.
point. Hold on 1 second, because I got to go to a meeting. But let me just answer a bunch of those questions really quickly.
Oh, you track point too well. Okay.
Got a job. I'm sorry, but the first one is if I'm the person that's purchasing, I can make decisions about what I purchase. And so if I don't feel like you're doing enough, I can make that decision for me personally. And I think that we should all exercise that right. That if we don't like how somebody that we're supporting, including Coca-Cola or whoever else,